So this dirty big tree here, this bad boy, you can see the broken branch there that broke off a couple of nights ago in the rain. Well, it's quite amazing the damage it's done to the place. It's lifted this entire shed and slab, probably around about 3 inches, if not higher. That's the entire slab. This part here I relaid in 2008 and it's already lifted that part up. There's cracks all over here, so concerned because right there is my laundry, and consequently there's some major roots going from that tree heading towards that laundry, as well as going under the shed. So what I did just recently was dug a massive big hole right here and pulled out the roots that were going from the tree towards the laundry, and I anticipate doing another excavation over here where I'm going to get rid of a few more roots, hopefully stop their progress that way for a while. Over here obviously there's more roots going, so we're going to dig another hole there, and this side I'm going to dig another hole, get rid of some because it's lifting this over here. Anyhow, that comes to the reasoning for my video. Today I have on top of that hole, which we refilled and I prepared nicely with fertilizer, granular fertilizer with some celiprin and also some lawn starter, organic lawn starter, and I really tilled up the ground and got it somewhat level. This has been a nightmare of an area because of that tree. It's been an ongoing issue for a long time. I have had bits and pieces of buffalo that have grown in there, but it's very patchy and the tree just sucks every bit of moisture it can out of this area. So what I'm doing in this process here is, obviously these will more than likely grow because I've got rid of the roots and the suckers underneath that area, and the idea is basically to give the dog a nice little area to hang out, because she's a bit allergic to the kikuyu and the buffalo, and I'm fairly well, I know she's not allergic to the cooch at the football fields where my son plays. I'm hoping the Tahoma 31 is the same. So I am gonna in time do all of this, whether it be through rolls or whether it be through sprigging or whatever. I do have in a tray, a 1 by 1 meter tray, establishing a nice area of Tahoma, which I was able to get off one of our friends in the Tahoma community, and that was in a pot, and that pot was spread out over the 1 by 1 meter tray, and it's now doing quite beautifully, filling in, and that will still take a little while, but that's a little project I've got on the side. I do plan, as I say, to get all of this done in time, but realistically what I want to document here is day one of that being laid, and be able to go forward. I took out a good few inches here, so I'm just going to try and level all this out a little bit more. Maybe just a bit more of a constant incline rather than the height that it was, because yeah, it wasn't great. And now with that being lifted by those roots, everything was far lower, and now we've got a much better level closer to there, so there's less of a trip hazard. So yeah, day one of Tahoma 31, pretty excited about it. It looks pretty nice, and we will eventually, after this hole's dug, we'll get some Tahoma along there as well and see how we go in the future. Okay, so this has been down for 2 days, 48 hours almost exactly, or a little bit more, maybe 50 hours, and it's been getting miles of water. Apart from a few dirty patches, they're not burnt patches, they're just dirty from the mud, and same with there, they're just bits of mud, they're not burnt patches. There are a little bit of burnt patches on that little section there on the edge, but apart from that, the rest of it's just mud. The dog, even though I've got it taped off, not she knows what that means, but the dog has decided that it's already her patch, and she has urinated and crapped on it multiple times. Times I've caught her urinating it, I've flat out got on with it with some water and diluted it, but I don't know how successful I've been in keeping an eye on it, all of it. Anyway, that's progress from 48 hours. I'm not going to lift any of these up yet. I'm going to let it go. I've been watering in the morning and the afternoon. So far it's loving life. We'll go from there. Progress in the next video.